So we're down at Kingston 21, the new Jamaican restaurant in Abu Dhabi, and we're sitting with its founder, KESIAN. Thank you so much for joining us at Out and About Magazine.
Thank you so much for coming and for, having us on your platform.
Great. And we look forward to talking to you and, having a look around the place. I'm sure the food is amazing. I don't doubt that at all. Well, since I'm Jamaican, I know it can't be anything but amazing.
Yep.
And it's great to have the first one that's authentically Jamaican. All right, so let's start out with you telling us a bit about yourself and your entrepreneurial journey.
Sure. So as you know, I'm from St. Catherine, Jamaica. I'm a country girl. And I went to a teacher's college. I went to Shortwood. And then I moved to the UAE. When I came here, there weren't a lot of Jamaican food, obviously, in Abu Dhabi. Yes, there are a few in Dubai. And that sort of gave me the inspiration when I just came from the jump in 2018. I wanted to explore, bringing Jamaican food, Jamaican culture, that Jamaican vibe to Abu Dhabi. Right now, I don't consider myself an entrepreneur. Like, that's just a word to me.
Okay.
I feel like I entered this creating an opportunity for myself and for others, and also to spread the wonderful Jamaican culture and food. The journey has been bittersweet, rewarding, just awesome. It has been wonderful, and I'm just happy to be at this place, in my life. Yeah.
Fantastic. So tell us about the concept of Kingston 21.
So Kingston is the capital of Jamaica. 21 was sort of our hypothetical, extension of Jamaica, because there are 20 postal codes in Kingston, and we wanted that 21st to be like an extension outside of Jamaica, into the diaspora. So that was the thought into the concept. And of course, you can't have a Jamaican restaurant without authentic food, authentic people. The chefs are Jamaican, the owner is Jamaican, so that's basically it. We wanted to ensure that we were authentic, that we were giving Abu Dhabi something that was missing. And I'm not at any way throwing words at or anybody, but we wanted to make sure that people understood that this is what the food should taste like. And this is how we do it in Jamaica. This is recipes that grandmas, great grandmas in Jamaica have cooked this way for centuries, So
So when someone walks through the door, what should they expect?
They should expect our wonderful hostess to say, "Welcome to Kingston 21." They see the big banner, Kingston 21, they immediately, we get it a lot. Wow, this feels so relaxed. I love the ambience, it's so spacious. Look at the view, That is what Jamaica is about, actually, that dining by the ocean, that warm, friendly atmosphere. That's what we pride ourselves on. So when they walk in, they just feel at home. They feel relaxed. And we've been winning on that so far.
It's beautiful. It's amazingly beautiful. And just to be able to sit outside by the water just gives you that sense of calm.
Yep.
Now, Kingston 21 is proudly the only Jamaican-owned restaurant in the region. Say in the UAE. What's the significance of that for you?
Wow. I mean, it means a lot. It means a lot because I'm a proud Jamaican, and it really irks me sometimes when I see other people like riding on our coattail, and I don't know, but it makes me feel proud that I am I guess sharing the legacy of what it is to be Jamaican, and not take it for granted that people, when they come in, they hear the accent of everybody, and that alone is significant, and not to say we're Jamaican and then the food isn't authentic again, not to say we're Jamaican but we're saying the accent, they're putting on another accent that they're trying to, copy our twang or whatever it is. It means a lot because, I don't know, Jamaica can be so much more. It has so much potential, and as a young person, I feel like I want other people to be inspired by this and to know that yes, you can do it. And you don't necessarily have to leave Jamaica to be able to do it, but it means a lot when you're overseas and you can wave the Jamaican flag. It's a big inspiration. So I don't take it for granted, basically, I don't.
That's fantastic, and I can see your passion, I feel your passion, I see the energy and the passion in the place. So well done, well done. It is, for me as a fellow Jamaican, it is amazing to see, especially a young lady doing her thing outside of Jamaica. It does give lots of inspiration to everybody else that's looking on, because there's a lot that everybody wants to do, but they want to see someone step out sometimes.
Yes.
They want to hear about what you did and your journey to encourage them along the way. Now, setting up a project like this couldn't have been easy. I'm sure. Sure, it couldn't have been easy. So tell us about some of your highlights and some of the challenges in setting up Kingston 21.
The highlight was finding the location, because we had a vision in mind of what it should look like. We wanted to be on the water. And Soul Beach, that was our first spot. And then we couldn't get in touch with the management for a shop there, and when we finally did, all the shops were gone. And then luck would have it, we found this place, and it was amazing. Like, yes, God led us here. And again, the name, once you're registering, you have to submit like 3 options.
Yes.
And this was like our 3rd option, but this was the only one approved, Kingston 21.
Oh, wow.
And it was like on the 3rd, So another highlight has been, it has been, as you said, it must have been challenging to get to this point, but actually opening the door, actually, that soft launch that we had, actually getting to that point and seeing the team, seeing everybody in uniform, it was like, yes, it's real. After all of this, it's actually real, because we weren't sure that we would get to the end, because there have been so many hurdles, hurdle after hurdle, so a lot of highlights, to be honest, a lot of highlights.
Great. Now, what motivates you?
What motivates me? I think that's a good question. The fear of failure or the hunger to succeed. Maybe, I'm not sure which one. But I think my family, because I want to succeed for them. So that's a big motivation to know that my mother is so proud of me, and I want to keep her proud. I think maybe that's it, yeah.
So I was gonna ask you who inspires you, but I think I can take from that your mom inspires you. Now, if you had to give young women a message coming up, so we know sometimes it's a little bit more difficult because we're women and sometimes we're not taken as seriously, especially when we want to step out and do something on our own. What message would you give to a young woman who wants to step out and start something for herself?
Do it. I would say do it. Don't sit on it. I know, because even for me, this idea has been at the back of my head, and I've wanted to do it for so long, but it took losing my job, a pandemic, depression, hopelessness to finally say, you know what, I'm going to find out how to do this. Yeah, just do it. Find out. Think about it logically. What steps do I need to take to get here? And just do it. Ask questions, research. Just don't sit and say, I can't, oh, it's too difficult, what if this happens? No. Once you start, that is a big indication that it's possible. Just start. That's what I would say, just start.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And that's a great message to everybody. If you don't start, you never know. If you never step out, you never know what's possible.
Yeah.
Now, you touched on depression just there. And that's something that's quite dear to me, and I ask all the time. So in most of my interviews, I will ask people about how they're doing mentally, and how they're looking after their mental health. So how are you doing now?
I'm doing well, I think. It's never easy to talk about your mental health, and as someone who has had challenges, I can say that it gets better, and you just have to hold on to the positives, and that's a daily struggle, holding on to what is going right and don't look at what is going wrong. So when I get up in the morning, I listen to TD Jakes, YouTube, turn it on and just let it, while you're getting ready, I just turn it on and let it be in the background to inspire me, to motivate me. I don't think about what happened yesterday that wasn't so good, and that brings me down. So I try to focus on, okay, what all I have to do today, to make sure that I have a good day and everybody has a good day and we have a successful day, So I just try to focus on the positive, to be honest with you. It's a daily struggle and practice. You have to practice every day and decide, I'm going to be positive.
Fantastic. Now, that's a good team message, actually. So how do you keep your team motivated and inspired, knowing that every day is a new day, things might not go how you want them to go? How do you keep them going?
That's an excellent question. We do have our team meetings, and we ask, how is everybody doing? That's what we start with. How is everybody doing? Because we want to know that you're okay. We want to know that you're coming to work and you're happy. And we give them a forum to express themselves. We have this meeting every 3 weeks. They have their daily team meetings with their supervisor. But we want to know how you're doing, because this is not a come here and kill yourself type of job. No. From the get-go, we emphasize communication. We emphasize we're trying to build a family team, not just a labor force. We don't want a labor force. I want you to be passionate about this as much as I am, because then if you're passionate as I am, you're going to treat the place and the customers as this is your business. So this is what is instilled in all of them. They're not afraid to talk, because we emphasize communication, and we do our, what do you call it, team building.
Okay.
So that's awesome. Yeah. We did one, and we went to the desert, and it was so much fun. So after that, everybody come to work and laughing, chatting. So these things help. These things help. Yeah.
Great, because it's so important in building a business, especially a new business, that the team is on board, because otherwise it's a slippery slope, and that's not what you want.
Definitely not.
Now, we've come to our last question before we go and see some of what the chef has prepared. I always ask this question at the end, and sometimes some people twist it around a little bit, but I want you to tell me one quote, or it could be many, just something that you live by, something that you might get up every day. It could be something that you say, something that's on your wall, just something that motivates you and keeps you going.
Yeah. So I have two, and this is what helped me to get to this point. If you have a dream that's bigger than you, God will help you. And I've said that so many times throughout this process, and I've told people, because it's true, only God, but God is only God, And the other is, what other people think of you is none of your business.
Ain't that the truth? Isn't that the truth, though?
Yeah. Because that will also affect your mental health. So just leave that over there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And oftentimes, what other people think of you has nothing to do with you. It is what they think of themselves, or whatever issues they're having.
Exactly.
That they kind of try and push onto other people. So yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what other people think, because it doesn't put food on your table. It doesn't take you from A to B, so it really doesn't matter.
Yep.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. We appreciate you so much, and we wish you all the best. This can only get better. Cannot wait to try some of the lovely Jamaican food, and lots of people will be coming down because it is missing. It was missing from Abu Dhabi. So
For sure.
well done, and thank you so much again.
Thank you.